Yang, 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 yang. Yeah, you already know what it is, man. Coach Jones, back up in the gym today, ready to get this work in. Now, today I'm going to show you guys one of my favorite routines that I use to build bigger biceps. Now, if you're new to the channel, make sure that you guys like the video on the way in. Also, make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you can get all the updates on when I post videos and new goals when I create them. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and get this working. We got our warm up in already, row warm up. If you haven't seen the full version of the row warm up that I like to use to warm up on the daily, click on the link above, that'll take you right to it. Other than that, let's get it. All right, so we'll start here with machine bicep curls. Emphasis behind us starting here is that we just want to make sure that all of our muscles are getting a good contraction. We're going to work to pump blood into the muscle. That way we make sure that our biceps are ready to go for our heavy curls. So we'll start with unilateral curls. We'll work 10 on each, and then we'll go into bilateral curls for a total of 20 curls on each arm. All right, here we go. Our first 5 are nice and smooth, keeping constant tension on that bicep. Even as we're working into a stretch, we're not relaxing the muscle. One more. Here's our unilateral on the right arm. Now let's get our left arm, 10 here. We're getting a nice, good contraction at the top. Controlled stretch. Again, we want to keep as much tension on the muscle as possible as we're doing these. Last 4. Last 1. So there's 10 unilaterals on each arm. We'll increase the weight, and now we'll go bilateral for a set of 10. Nice contraction at the top. Controlled squeeze. Controlled stretch. 5 more. Big squeeze at the top. Last 1. Beautiful. We'll do a few more sets of this just to make sure that our arms are nice and warmed up before we start to get into our heavy curls. Next on our menu, we have barbell bicep curls. Here, our emphasis is just moving as much weight as we can. The principle of overload is a really huge factor here. So again, these are heavier curls. So we'll go for a set of 8. Making sure that we get a big squeeze at the top. Working the contraction through the stretch, all right? Set of 8 here. So there's our barbell bicep curls. Now we'll actually compound set this with incline dumbbell curls. And I'll show you what that is right here. Now for the incline dumbbell curls, we'll actually end up working a bicep contraction from a stretch position. It allows us to work a longer contraction, which of course represents a greater range of motion. And if you work throughout a greater range of motion, you of course build strength. So we'll grab our dumbbells, we'll lean back into the seat. All right, our arms are nice and relaxed at the shoulders and all the contraction is coming through the bicep. We'll go for a set of 12 on each. And we're really gonna work that time under tension, so everything is nice and controlled the whole way. Getting a nice contraction at the top, nice and controlled on the way down. We wanna relax our head, allow those shoulders to relax. Here we are, we're a third of the way through, we got 8 reps to go. Nice and controlled the whole way. Once you're about halfway through, you'll start to feel the burn. We got 5 left. We're gonna keep working throughout that burn. Last 3. See, as you can see, my arms are starting to fatigue a little bit. This last one's gonna be a challenge, but we'll get it. Nice. And finish. So there's our compound set of our barbell bicep curls and our incline bench bicep curls. We'll work a few more compound sets in between these 2 movements, and then we're on to our next bicep exercises. The next exercise that we have on our docket are going to be peak curls. Now, peak curls do exactly what they described they're going to do, which is to create a peak within our bicep. Now, the way that we'll do this is we'll go ahead and grab a preloaded bar. If you want a barbell that you load weights on, that's totally fine too, a plate loaded bar, but I like the preloaded, makes it nice and simple. Now all we're going to focus on is keeping this bar nice and tight to our body, keeping it as tight to our body as we can. We're dragging it straight up our body and straight back down, shoulders are back, and we'll work for a set of 12 here. So straight up, straight back down, nice and controlled. Again, we're working to try to build a peak within that bicep. Halfway through. Excellent. Now we'll actually turn the next 2 exercises that we have into a cluster set with this one. So the next exercise that we're actually going to move straight into are going to be reverse bicep curls. Now for reverse bicep curls, we'll just take a reverse grip here. We'll pin our elbows to the side, and then we'll curl up, again keeping all of the tension through the bicep, all the motion through the elbow. We'll go for a set of 10, nice and controlled. Still working time under tension. Nice and controlled. Last one. Now we can move on to the third exercise within this cluster. The last exercise that we have within this cluster are going to be cable, rope, unilateral midline bicep curls. I know that's a mouthful, but here we have our cable machine. We have our rope attachment. It's a single-sided rope, so that allows us to work unilaterally, and we're working a midline curl. So with our left arm, we're curling to here. With our right arm, we're curling to our midline as well. We'll do 12 reps on each arm. All right, up nice and tall. All right, shoulders are back, and again, curling right to that midline. Nice and controlled the whole way. Third of the way through, going for 12 reps. Controlling the weight the whole way. 11, and 12. And then we'll do 12 reps on our right arm as well. Same thing, keeping our shoulders back, nice and controlled, all through the bicep. Big contraction at the top, nice controlled stretch. Last one here. And there's our first round of that cluster. We'll work a few more rounds of that, and then we'll get onto our curl pyramid, which I would say is the staple of all the bicep gains that I have. All right, now to finish it all off, we're gonna do what I like to call curl pyramids. Now, for curl pyramids, all we're gonna do is we're gonna start at the heaviest weight possible that we could curl, and we're gonna do a set of 10, working our way down by 5-pound increments every set. So my first set, I'm gonna start with 45s. Next set, I'll go down to 40s, 35s, 30s, 25s, so on and so forth until I get to the lightest weight available for me to curl. We can use a multi-variant of curls here. You can do the bicep curls where you turn it over. You can do midline curls. You can do hammer curls, all right? Whatever curl that you do is completely up to you. For this first set here, I typically work hammer curls for the first 2 sets. Then I go midline curls. Then I turn it over, all right? And I usually get anywhere between 6 to 10 sets in before my arms truly start to fatigue and I really start failing. So let's go ahead and get started. We got 45 pounds here. We'll do 10 reps on each arm. All right, and like I said, hammer curls is what I'm doing today. Big squeeze at the top. Halfway through. Here we go, last 2, come on. Arms are definitely starting to burn out here. Last 2 curls. There's our first set. Next set, we'll work our way down. We'll keep going down to the lightest weight available. Once we're done with the lightest weight available, which will be a 5-pounder, we're good to go. Another beautiful day, another great lift. Definitely got some quality work in today. You guys got to see and experience one of my favorite routines that I use to build bigger biceps. This is a routine that I use throughout the year, so there's never a bad time to use it, always a great time to use it. Now, if you haven't on the way in, make sure that you guys like the video, and I definitely worked up a big hunger in there, so I'm gonna need a sub from each and every one of you guys. So make sure that you guys head on over to my Patreon if you guys would like the access to all of the full-length workouts that I do here on YouTube. Last but not least, make sure that you guys check out my Instagram. That is @CoachJones_. @CoachJones_. And until next time, peace.